Alright, so I usually don't make finance videos or anything related to money for the most part because I myself am not making that much money. Now, with that being said, I am making a lot more money than I was this time last year. Okay, this time last year, I was doing videos for free 99. I wasn't making any money at all. So for me to be making a pretty steady 1,000 to 1,500 per month doing YouTube within about a year of not being monetized at all, and within 2 years of starting YouTube, that's pretty impressive. It's not completely unheard of, but most people are not able to do that in the time frame that I was able to do it in. Now, with that being said, I see the bigger picture. Okay, I understand that I'm not making a lot of money and essentially I'm broke. And it's not so much that I'm not making a lot of money, like that's not the problem. Okay, the amount of money that I'm making, that's not what makes me broke. What makes me broke is that I am still living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, I am still reliant on YouTube AdSense revenue in order to pay for the things I need to pay for or to basically go have fun. And this right here is, all about setting that foundation for the future and building what I want to build, building that kingdom, as some might call it. Now, like I said, it's not about the amount of money that I'm making. Okay, if I were making 6 figures a month on YouTube right now, instead of what I'm making, I would still be broke. And here's why. Okay, being broke is not about the amount of money that you're making. It's about how you're making that money. For example, if YouTube randomly decided that they wanted to cut off my source of income, okay, if they decided that they were no longer going to pay me AdSense revenue, I would eventually go broke because I'm not making money in other places. Okay, YouTube is pretty much my only source of income at this point in time. I have a couple of other streams of income. I have affiliate marketing. I made a little bit of money on TikTok. Okay, that's not enough to replace my AdSense money. And that is why I'm broke, because my main source of income is pretty much the only one that can cover my expenses. Now, with that being said, it doesn't matter how much money I'm making on YouTube. If they decided to cut off my income, I would eventually go broke. The only difference between what I'm making now and making 6 figures a month is that it would delay the process of going broke. But eventually, I would run out of money. Now, that's the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Okay, you can be rich and also broke at the same time. Okay, those two things are not mutually exclusive. To be rich is to make a lot of money. Okay, like I said, I could be making 6 figures a month on YouTube, hypothetically, by this time next year. But that doesn't mean that I'm not broke. Just because I'm making a lot of money, that doesn't mean that I'm wealthy. Okay, wealth, true wealth, is when you do not have to work anymore. For me to be wealthy would mean that I could quit YouTube today. I could stop making videos and I would still be able to make a living. I would still be able to live off of my residual income, my passive income, mailbox money, as some might call it. Now, this isn't just the case with YouTube. This is the case with pretty much any venture in life. Whether you're working at a job or if you want to play professional sports or music, whatever you want to do, okay, it's not about that main source of income. That main source of income serves as the foundation for everything else. This is how you get into those neighborhoods that most people never get into. Passive income is the key to stability. Until you have passive income, you're still broke. Okay, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, doesn't matter how much money you make. I don't care if you're an athlete making $20 million a year. If that is your only source of income, I'm sorry to inform you, but you're broke. Okay, you need to start diversifying your income. You need to start investing in assets, income producing assets, assets that provide dividends, assets that grow in value over time. That's how you accumulate wealth. Okay, that's the difference between rich people and wealthy people. Rich people take their money, that main source of income, and they go spend it on material items. Wealthy people take that same money that the rich people have and they invest it into income producing assets. And that's the difference, and you'll see that difference grow over time. That's why you see so many athletes go broke, okay, after their career is over. Because even though they're making a lot of money, they never take that money and invest it. Or they invest it in the wrong things because they're taking advice from shady people that only want their cut. And what you have to understand is that those shady people are not only reliant on that athlete to make their money. Okay, they have multiple clients that they're finessing all at the same time. And that's what you have to understand. You have to see the bigger picture here. Okay, it's all about the bigger picture. I know I keep saying that, but I need you guys to understand that. You have to see past the initial source of income. You have to see past the money that you want to make with, whatever it is that you're doing right now, whatever it is that you're trying to build right now. And for me personally, it can be easy to get caught up in, the money that I'm making on YouTube right now and take this money and go blow it all on, expensive vacations and things like that. I'm not making that much money, but I'm making enough to do certain things. I can go and buy designer clothes if I want. Really, a job at McDonald's can get you designer clothes if you don't know how to manage your money correctly. But what's the point of spending all of my money and going broke trying to look rich? Okay, there's no point in that. How many wealthy people that are rocking Gucci and, Louis Vuitton and all of these other designer brands? Most of them are not doing that because they see past that. All of that stuff is for validation. Okay, a lot of times when you want designer stuff, you want it for validation. And, that's when you're truly broke, because now, in the search for validation, you're spiritually broke because you're never going to have enough. You are never going to have enough external validation. That's why you have to start giving it to yourself. You have to start giving yourself the validation and moving from that place of abundance. You have to start moving in a different way than other people are moving if you want to get to places that other people are not getting to. You have to have a long-term mindset. Okay, you can get rich overnight. Okay, don't let anyone tell you that you can't get rich overnight. It's very possible. You can win the lottery. But most lottery winners end up going broke. And there's a reason for that. When you have bad habits, those habits stay with you no matter how much money you're making. Okay, so whether you're making $5,000 a month or $500,000 a month, if you have bad habits, you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck no matter what. Making more money isn't going to do anything for you except provide you with the ability to buy nicer things, which, like I said, that's for validation, and you'll never have enough of that. So you're always going to be broke. The real benefit of having money is having enough to invest into income producing assets that will make you more money over time. This is why wealthy people tend to stay wealthy. This is why you see that wealth being passed down from generation to generation. You can't pass your income down to your child, okay? Because once you die, the income stops. The key is you have to turn that income into assets. And this is the mindset that I have right now. I'm turning fast money into slow money. I understand that YouTube is not necessarily something that I might be able to do for 20 years. Okay, that's just the nature of the job. Just like with TV, there aren't a lot of TV shows that air for 20 years. Okay, and even if they do, they usually decline in performance over time, and that's why they eventually have to stop. I am well aware that YouTube is fast money. Okay, fast money is something that is going to die with my generation. Okay, when I die, that money dies too. The key is knowing how to turn fast money into slow money. Okay, slow money is where the real money is made. And that's not money that you can make overnight. You can't become wealthy overnight. Wealth takes time to accumulate. That's why you'll never see somebody my age. You'll never see a 21-year-old who's truly wealthy. You'll see rich 21-year-olds, but you won't see a wealthy 21-year-old unless they inherited that wealth from their parents. And they're going to have that wealth to pass down to their children as well. And that's how generational wealth is created, through passive income. You have to make sacrifices. But the truth is, you're not making sacrifices. Okay, sacrifices are when you're spending all of your money on all of these nice things, these things that you're really getting ripped off for in order to impress other people who don't even care about what you have. Okay, that's the crazy thing. A lot of times when you have really nice things, who are you trying to impress? You're trying to impress people that don't have those things. Other people that have those things don't care because they have them too. Or other people that have the means to acquire those things if they want to, but choose not to, they're not going to care either.